Hi y'all, I'm Jennifer the Happy Threader. Thank you for joining me. This is my Flosstube number 2, and it's been a little over a month since my last one. I was gonna try to do it sooner than that, but as you all can probably relate, things can get a little hectic, and so I just do it when I can. So anyway, I'm here today. My daughter actually has a jiu-jitsu competition this afternoon, so she is already there. She helps to coach, so I'm just fitting this in when I can, and then I'm gonna go in a little while to watch her compete. So I have the house to myself for the first time, and I don't know how long, so it was a perfect opportunity to jump on and try to get a floss tube done. It almost never happens, so it's kind of fun when it does, and I don't like to record in front of other people, so that's the reason I'm in a different room than last time, because I was able to sit anywhere I wanted to. But one of the reasons that it took me a while to get back and do my next video was because we did celebrate my daughter's and my husband's birthday, and we usually will have family come in and they will stay with us. I'm so fortunate to have really great in-laws, and I love it when they come visit. So I enjoy getting the house ready for them, and well, I mean, I don't enjoy cleaning, but I mean, I like having a room set up for them and preparing food, and we just always have a great time. My parents don't live too far, so it's an easy drive for them to come over when we do the party stuff. So that was one of the things that we had going on. And my husband is also starting to have to do some more travel for work. He used to do it a lot more than he does now, but you know, the last few years, not everybody was able to travel a whole lot. So he's getting back into that groove, but he had to get ready for a trip to Germany, which means I help him get ready, because it's a lot of stuff that goes into getting ready for an overseas trip. So that was another thing that we had going on. And my son, he got sick, and so we've been trying to figure out why he wasn't feeling good, you know, doctor appointments and such, but it seems like we've got things pretty much figured out now, and we're pretty good. So he was working at an LSU game a few weeks ago, and that's Louisiana State University. He rode there with some friends who were also working. Well, at that time, I made my very first visit to our local needlework shop. So I didn't even know that we had one. I had actually never even heard about such a thing until I started watching some floss tubes, and I looked up to see if we had one in our area, Baton Rouge. So I decided to take a Saturday morning and make a trip over there. I mean, it's not too far. It's like maybe 30 minutes or something, but it was a home game day. So, you know, that means there's a lot more traffic in town. But anyway, I tried to make a trip over, and while I was walking through this shop, and it's so cute, it's an old house that they have filled with lots of beautiful things. Well, when I was in there, my son called. He was at the game. He's like, "Mom, I'm not feeling good. I really need you to come get me," because he didn't drive. So I had to leave from looking around to go pick him up in all of the game day traffic. So what I could tell from our local shop, it has a lot of those painted canvases, which I'm really not familiar with. I've never done one before, but from what I can tell, I think that's all they have. I don't believe that they offer the kits, or not the kits, you know, patterns other than the painted canvases. So I'm having to find those. Either we have, you know, Joanne's and Hobby Lobby, but other than that, online is where I get them. And then I did discover we have a cross stitch shop that's about an hour away. So one day, hopefully not too far in the future, I can make a trip there and, you know, kind of explore what they may have to offer. So if any of you have ever done the painted canvases, I'd just be curious to know what you think about it. How do you like it? So And on top of those things that we had going on, both of my kids are in school. My son, he's in college and he's taking a biology class that has really been a challenge. And my daughter is in chemistry, which is also a challenge. So I've been helping them to study for tests just to make sure they can keep their grades up so he can keep his scholarship, so she can get a scholarship. So we spend some evenings working on school stuff. So my stitching time and video time has really been very little lately, but I try to squeeze in some when I can, but you just do what you can do. So family always comes first, and I'm happy to help my kids however I can to be successful. So today what I'm going to do is go over a couple of things that, I've only really had one fully finished item since I last recorded, and that was this little pumpkin. I don't remember what it was called. 3 Happy Jacks, I think is what it was, actually, by Pinker and Pumpkin. I think I had finished the stitching last time, but I made it into the little pillow. It was just the material I already had, and I thought it worked okay. So, and I did tell you last time that when it comes to the sewing machine, I am just not very practiced on it. I never have really been, I don't know, I just don't have a lot of experience, and I do have to take the manual out every time or try to find on YouTube how to do it, and I could still probably use some personal assistance because even with the manual and what I find, I'm still lacking. But I think I actually did better on the previous pillow that I had made than this one, because if you look closely at it, it is not the greatest job, but whatever, I'm satisfied. And most people aren't looking at the back when it's sitting there in my little decoration bowl anyway, but it's good enough. I'm happy with my cute little pumpkins, so that'll work. I did a little bit more progress on my Christmas Santas, the vintage pattern. I had told you this was the one that I've been working on for a number of years, and when I got back to it over the last week or two, I remembered why I haven't really picked it up much, and that was because I had mistakes in it that I wasn't sure what to do with. But I'll show you again. This is what it is. This is the Donna Kooler's. It's called Santa Christmas. I love these old vintage Santas. So I've been on this part up here. I pretty much finished the top quarter, and so now I'm going here, and I realized my problem was I had made some mistakes in this area, and so I took the time to figure out how I was going to work around it, because it was really kind of extensive if I was going to have to rip some stuff out, and so I'm just making some adjustments, and I think it'll be fine. So I felt proud of myself that I got a little bit more done, and I feel like maybe I'll work on it more often since I figured out how I'm going to work around my mistake. So I did make a few notes for myself, because after I watched myself on the last video, I remembered some things that I was going to say and I forgot about it. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm checking my notes. I have a couple of new starts. Let's see. Okay, so this is a teepee bookmark. I've never stitched a bookmark before. This is one by, if I say it right, Povchulia, based out of Ukraine. And she asked me to do this little bookmark. Well, she let me pick which one I wanted to do, but this is what I've got done so far, and it's a fun little project to do, and it was perfect for taking with me to the doctor with my son because I had to wait for a couple of hours, and it just transports real easy. And so that's why I'm a fan of small projects, because it allows me to stitch all kinds of places. So if you haven't really done that, I highly recommend it. And you know, for the longest time I was just doing that one Christmas thing, because for some reason I had in my head I can only do one thing at a time, but I don't really like to carry that one around with me. But this is perfect. So it's kind of gotten me in, you know, that mode of doing more than one thing at a time as far as the cross stitch goes. So I do really like this bookmark. It's cute, and she's got really great instructions on how to finish it off. So if you go look at her on Amazon, and I don't know if she's on Etsy or not, she might be, but her designs, they're so cute, and her English is excellent, so the instructions are just perfect. So I was very impressed. So I'll keep working on that and let you know my progress as I go along. So I really like the Native American theme because, well, I do have some Native American heritage in my family, and my husband does especially. He's actually a registered tribe member, and my kids. So there's a lot of Native American interests, I guess you could say, due to our heritage. So I love the colors and the designs. A lot of the artwork I think is just really beautiful. So I was excited to get to do that teepee. Now, one new start that I am doing is, this is Italy. I got this off of Etsy, and I'm going to have to look at her name and see where I put it. It is MIYAStitches, but I think her store shop is called MIYAStitches. That's what it is on Etsy. So I love the watercolor look to it. And it called for the 14 count Ada, but I'm going to try it on 18. Well, I am trying it because I started it. I've actually never used anything other than 14 count Ada in any of my projects. So the reason I decided to do a different count was because I'm envisioning, you know, putting a mat around it and framing it, and I was trying to determine what size I wanted it to be. But I love this watercolor look, and I kind of like the, I just think it'll go better with the way I like to decorate. So I just thought that that was really neat looking, and I was able to visit Italy some years ago with my husband because he had a work trip, and so it's kind of a special place to me. I love it. I didn't get to do, you know, visit everywhere that I would like to go, so hope I can go back one day. But anyway, I kind of am wanting to do some projects of places that we've been that we would like to go to. I love travel and other cultures, so I kind of would like to get some more artwork in my house that displays some of those special things. So this is what I've gotten done so far. Not a whole lot, but I'm not used to working on the, you know, the smaller size fabric, so it's taken me some getting used to. Let me see. Well, really, those were my only two new starts, the teepee and Italy, but I did get some new things in. I am starting to go down these discovery rabbit holes of projects that I'm finding out. That's one of the problems with YouTube, Flosstube, because when I watch y'all on there and I see all your beautiful things that you're doing, it's making me want to do those too. And so there's so many neat things that I'm discovering that I want. And so that's kind of one reason that I'm not such a monogamous stitcher anymore, is because I'm finding all these other beautiful projects that I think would be so fun to do. So one thing that I got, and this was when I saw on a floss tube for Penny's daughter shares, I think that's what she calls it, Forever in Peace May You Wave by Sweet Wing Studio. She did the prettiest pillow and made fringe around the edges. I even sent her a message. I said, I love what you did and I want to copy it. So she did do a slightly different shade of fabric, but I went ahead and got what was suggested, this here, which is the light mocha Belfast linen, and it's 32 counts. So I am intimidated to use that count of fabric because, like I said, you know, I'm a 14 count girl. That's all I've ever known. So I'm trying to broaden my horizons. But I just love what she did, and I'm going to try to do something. Hopefully I can start on it. I don't know. It may be after the holidays. Once September hits and school starts, you know, we have so many birthdays and, you know, holiday stuff that goes on. We'll see when it gets done. But anyway, I just loved that, and I thought it was pretty. And so I got that. And that was my very first purchase from 123stitch.com. So I know that that is popular for a lot of you. And that was my first one. I did get some books. I tend to find that a lot of the designs that I like are in books because I haven't really gotten to see, you know, a lot of what there is as far as, you know, different designers, because I don't see that we have somewhere close to me that I can really do a whole lot of looking at different patterns. So my discovery is through watching Flosstube and perusing websites. So I did come across this. I was looking up Native American cross stitch because, like I mentioned, you know, I like their artwork and I love the culture of Native Americans. So I came across this book, Joan Elliot's Native American cross stitch. You can see my ring light reflection. I saw that it was MIYAStitches. I was so surprised. I was watching her Flosstube, and I've never seen anybody else do something Native American, and she had this book, and she was doing the lady on the front cover, and it was so pretty. Sorry, I had to pause it because my mother-in-law called. She was needing to ask me something. So anyway, I got the book since I saw that she was actually doing one of the projects in there. I couldn't find anything online of what was inside the book and you know, of anyone having done it to really know how what the different projects were going to be like. So when I saw MIYAStitches that she was doing one, and it was just so much prettier than it even looked already on the book itself, I thought, okay, well, I'm going to get it because I want to see what else the book has. It just looked really, really pretty. And so what I really would like to do in here is this bracelet. I really love Indian jewelry, and my mom growing up, I just loved always what she had, and so and I have a little bit of my own now, but I just thought that was really cool, and I wanted to try to make that. So, and I went on eBay also, and I got this collection of leisure art books, and I've got one more still coming in the mail. So leisure arts, I don't know that they still make anything anymore. So these are all old. I think everything is, out of print now. But there's a lot of these books available on eBay and some on Amazon. But I discovered through looking through a ton of different eBay listings that some people are really good about putting pictures of what's inside. So I did a lot of looking, and this one is Santa Remembered, and it has a lot, I like the vintage Santas. And this one has a lot of the old world. It's really the old world style that I really like for Santas and a lot of my decorations. So I just thought that was super cool. And there's a lot of other really neat Santas that kind of look like that in here. So I hope that one day I will start that. And this one is the Oh Christmas Tree book. And this one is similar to the other, except they're small, little, like ornament size. And I thought that would look cool on a Christmas tree or however. And so that's on the to-do list. Now this one is called Christmas Portraits. And this has a pretty nativity scene. I'm going to have to figure out how to do this light where it doesn't have that circle showing on everything. But anyway, you know, it's got baby Jesus and a wise man and a shepherd and the sheep. So I thought that was really authentic looking. So I thought I would really like to do that. And then this last one is Holidays Remembered. I don't have anything patriotic that I've cross-stitched, and so it's something that I need to start doing. And I thought that these were the neatest things, Abraham Lincoln and George Washington. I thought that would be something, you know, a little small thing that would be so cool to display. I'm not sure yet how I'll display it, but I thought that was really neat. And they had this other picture of military. I'm trying to see. I'm not sure if that's like through the ages. Yeah, it looks like it goes from the Revolutionary War up to, that kind of looks like World War I uniform maybe. So I think that would be really, really pretty to do. So I think you can find a lot of neat options in the leisure art books, but I do recommend that you get online and do some digging and find pictures that people have posted of what's inside so you can know, which ones you would want to get. So right now, I think that's about it. I've got to get ready to go to my daughter's jiu-jitsu competition and take care of a few more things before I head there. And I will continue to post on Instagram and Facebook as I have time and get some things, along the way, whatever progress I'm making on stuff. And on Instagram, it is happy, THRDR. That's Happy Threader, but no vowels in Threader. And then Happy Threader on Facebook. So if you have any comments or anything or questions, please feel free to leave them and I will be glad to answer. And I hope y'all have a great rest of your week, and I will talk with y'all again soon. Bye.